All right, welcome. My name is Hannah Said. I'm the team lead of Team Shab. In this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how to use AidaJet, the AI newsletter system. This training has been made for people who may not be comfortable with using AI technology, so I'll be sure to explain everything slowly and clearly. By the end of this, you should know how to log in, navigate the dashboard, create a newsletter, edit and format your newsletter, add images, links, send and schedule the newsletter, manage your subscribers, and troubleshoot in case any problems occur. All right, let's begin. Start with step one would be to log in. To first start using AidaJet, open up your web browser and type in jet.aidanow.com. Here you'll have two buttons. You either register as a first-time user or be an existing user. This would probably be where you start up in the beginning and move to existing user. Since I'm already an existing user, I'm going to go ahead and log in with the Google account I used last time. This is going to be where your main menu is. This is the home base to where everything begins. Since I don't have a newsletter going just yet, everything's going to be locked right now. Right here, you'll see the active newsletters, your subscribers and unsubscribers, the read and click-through rate, as well as your most engaged newsletter. Where you're going to want to begin is to create your first newsletter. Let's start off with Fort Bend Boys Choir. How often are you going to use this newsletter? We decided on quarterly. Simple as that, you just start your newsletter series. All right, this is going to be your blank slate. This is where you have your subscribers list, your schedule series, as well as the upcoming newsletters that you have. Right now, since it is November 2025, this newsletter is scheduled for the 14th, so about in 2 days from today. February, May, and August haven't opened up yet because they open up 15 days before the send date. Around that time, you'll be able to edit and make changes to your template. We're going to go ahead and look at the send date for the November 2025 newsletter. I'm going to change up the time to be at 11 a.m., as well as making it on the 15th of each month. We're going to go ahead and save with that. It's been configured successfully. All right. Let's choose our topic and preview. Here you have Quick AI, where you can create your newsletter in seconds, or you can create your own newsletter design with a saved design or an HTML design that you previously have. We're going to start off with Quick AI because that's what we're here for. Let's go ahead and proceed. Here a little chat box opens up where you can talk to your AI and it'll ask you what you'd like to add in your newsletter. Let's see, create a newsletter for the Fort Bend Boys Choir. Add in a section for the holiday concert coming up. Add a section for the Christmas musicale. Hire the choir, and a season's greeting. Since this is a holiday edition of the newsletter, we want to make it really nice and festive. And let's just press send. It's going to ask you what sections you'd like to include. We're going to do event announcement, blog and article, season's greeting, and you know what? Let's also do news. Why not? It's also going to ask you what tone you'd like to use. I always think it's nice to be friendly in the newsletter, so let's go ahead and do that. And here's what it has. Let's just go ahead and create it. Okay, amazing. This is what it's initially going to look like. Because this is our first newsletter, it doesn't really know the colors and the themes that go along with the Fort Bend Boys Choir. On the left side here, you'll see the sender details. Right now it's under my name, and it has this email. You can also add your own email. Since this is what I have right now, you can add in your company's email and add it there. I'm going to just keep it with the sender's email that it has listed out for me. Let's go back to edit and preview. This is the subject line. These are the sections. This is where majority of your editing will come in, as well as subscribers. Right now we don't have any subscribers. We'll add one at the end to test it out. All right, let's go ahead and start editing really quick. This is your header section. This is where the meat of the newsletter will be. The season's greeting that we added before, news and PR updates, as well as the footnote. Go ahead and change this. We're going to add in our logo, press replace, and upload the logo that we had previously. We're going to use the original here. Always use your original logo and always use your original images. Press original and save. This is a little small, so we're going to want to make it just a tiny bit bigger. It also has options for you to edit and auto center, as well as change the size of it. I think this is a good size. We're going to change the background to be a nice white color. All right, to make it stand out, let's do a nice white color along with the holiday red. Let's do a nice cherry. Lovely. All right, let's do updating the sections. For our sections, I'd like to highlight the upcoming Christmas musicale. I'd like to add in a season's greeting, an about us section, as well as a hire the choir area. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to show you the first section and then I'll speed through the rest of it just to save us some time. So you can also change the font here, which I'm going to change to this beautiful Lucinda Sans Unicode, as well as make it bold because we'd like our text to be bold. It's important that you add bold and italics wherever you deem fit. So I really want to highlight the location as well as the time and date. I also want to highlight the ticketing prices. Amazing. This is going to be the time and date one more time at the bottom. You'll notice that there's also a button here. Let's go ahead and add some really nice fun buttons. I'm going to add two. One is going to link to the ticket area, and one's going to link to the audition for the boys to audition at. You're going to press edit on one of the buttons. It's important that you add a call to action here. So purchase tickets here. I'm going to add in the link. And the second one, I want to do a audition button. The second button, I want it to be an audition. So let's do another call to action. And add in the request audition button. Now let's change up the background. I want it to be another white again. However, you can also add different images. Let's go ahead and check what's on Pixabay. This is an AI generated images page. So let's put in Christmas. I love this. Let's add this. These are different options that you have. I really want to add an image, so let's do, love that. I'm going to add a little bit of editing here. It's important for you to bold any text that you think would be really important so that it pops up for your readers. Here I'm going to replace the image right here and do one of the uploaded images. Let's see. Christmas musical. We're going to use the original as always. And boom, doesn't that look so cute? You can also edit it to, that's fine. All right. I'm going to change the background just because it looks a little boring. And let's use Pixabay to find a nice Christmassy background. I'm going to use this garland right here. I think that's so cute. Look how much more festive that looks. All right, I'm going to go ahead and speed through the rest of this and I'll be back in like 2 seconds. All right, I'm all done. Let's go ahead and look at some of the changes that I've made. And now again, feel free to change this towards however you think it would best suit the brand and the company look and everything like that. I just made a couple of quick edits that I thought would look very cute. All right, so here we have our header. We have our annual Christmas musical, which the purchase tickets and the audition requests. We have hire the choir, which goes directly to the book with us link. We also have a little about the choir, as well as a season's greeting. Now, I think I want to move this down one just because I think the season's greeting should be more above. Let's go ahead and do that. And you'll see that it's switched very automatically. Last but not least, this is going to be where your footer is. This has all of your links. It has your unsubscribe and web view, as well as the powered by AidaJet symbol. Let's go ahead and look through a couple of the options we have going on over here. I really like this one. So let's keep this going. I'm going to change this to a nice deep blue and this color to a nice lighter blue. I think that's really cute. Let's go ahead and keep that. This, you'll see, is where the icons are at. This has your links for all your social media websites. Now, since we only have a Facebook, a Twitter, a YouTube, and I believe that's it, we're going to go ahead and add those links right here. These are your social icons. I'm going to remove Instagram since we don't have one. I'm going to remove LinkedIn since we don't have one. But I'm going to add YouTube. So you go on to press, you're gonna want to press add a new icon, and look at all the options that they have. Here's YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly add all the links to that. Okay, amazing. These have all workable links that we have now. Let's press save on that. All right, here is where I think would be most beneficial to add any other additional information, like the website or the phone number or the address for the Fort Bend Boys Choir. So this is going to be in your footer. I'm going to go ahead and paste this and put it. Now it's very important that you also learn how to link a website on here. You're going to want to highlight the website text or any other text that you'd like and press link. Important to note that best business practice is that you keep your header and your footer the same for each newsletter. Luckily, you can change and save your newsletter to be a draft for every newsletter that's upcoming. So all you have to do is update the information that's going on it, update the images, but the general look of this can stay the same if you choose to do so. Now that this is all done, I'm gonna change the subscribers. Right now we have no recipients for this. Let's go ahead and change that. So here you can press manage your recipients and the plus button, and it's going to take you to your subscriber list. Here you can either upload your subscriber list, connect to a CRM, fetch from a data provider, or select a list you've already made in AidaJet. Since I don't have an Excel sheet with all of my subscribers list, I'm going to go ahead and quick add. Lovely. You're also going to notice that it's going to say added successfully. That's how you know that it's worked. And let's close out of this. It's also going to ask you to make sure that your subscribers have given consent to receive newsletters. Keep this automatically checked. Let's not change that. All right, right now we have just one subscriber. And let's go ahead and you can either save this as a draft, or you can add sections here, send a test newsletter, or we can preview it. So let's go ahead and preview what this is going to look like on a computer. Wonderful. Let's just double check and make sure it looks good on the iPhone as well. Looks great. All right. Now that this is all done, I don't feel the need to send a test newsletter. However, it would be best business practice for your first newsletter to be sent as a test to someone in the company or to yourself on a different email. I'm going to go ahead and just publish this. We're also going to save this to my designs for future use. This is what I was mentioning previously, where you can save this design and just make quick edits for each newsletter. And I'm going to go ahead and name this Fort Bend Boys Choir. Back to my dashboard and edit and preview. So this is where I left off. We're going to do publish, save to my designs for future use, and let's publish it. Oops, I already have this. All right, let's go ahead and press publish. Congratulations, this has been successfully published. It's going to be sent on the 15th at 8 a.m. All right, let's go ahead and talk about what if your newsletter doesn't send. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you're connected to the internet. I'm good. I know that. You're also going to want to make sure that you've selected a subscriber group and you've actually added subscribers to your list. Check that your email is verified. You may have seen earlier that it said I couldn't send it because there was no email attached to it. Go ahead and add an email onto your settings account and make sure you have a sender email attached. I have this random email, however, you would want to add your company email for that. It's also imperative that you remove any extremely large images. One of the downsides with AidaJet AI is that you have to keep all of your images under 2 MB. So with that, if you have an image that's too large, you can go onto any website, ask them to compress the image, and then download that and try again. What if your subscribers say they didn't check they didn't get the email? Tell them to check their spam or junk. Usually it goes right there. Confirm that you chose the correct subscriber list. And then check my newsletters for any delivery errors. Right now it says that there's an active newsletter, so that we know that we're good here. What if your page is stuck? Sometimes the page does get frozen or buttons don't work. In the event that that happens, wait 10 to 20 seconds to make sure it really is frozen, refresh the page, or log out and try again, or worst comes to worst, just restart your device. Now, one of the biggest issues you may run into would be image problems. In case your image looks wrong, go back and undo to the last change, resize the image carefully, upload a better quality, and especially avoid making your images above 2 MB. AidaJet AI will not take the image and you will have to compress it. All right, and with that, we are at the end. Congratulations, you now know how to use AidaJet from start to finish. If you need any help beyond this video, there is a training manual provided by Team Shab that you can refer to. Or, in the event that the training manual can't help, there is a little button on the right side corner that is Aida Care. Here you can chat with a bot, create a ticket to speak to customer service, contact support, and have a video tutorial. All right, thank you so much, and congratulations on using AidaJet AI successfully.